Elon Musk run out of Trump world before he can even get into the White House. He's running out of days on that. And then he goes on to talk about how the America First MAGA movement shouldn't have these white South Africans, the most racist people on earth, running the government or telling Americans what to do.
Because Steve Bannon told James that Elon Musk was, quote, a parasitic illegal immigrant, and actually much more. So, James, first of all, thank you so much for...
This is unprecedented, and this is much more like the role that an oligarch plays in Russia. So a Russian oligarch is somebody who has...
30 ways Elon Musk is dangerous for the United States. Monopolizing space exploration. What happens when one man controls the final frontier? SpaceX's dominance in space travel could lead to a monopoly, risking national security and stifling competition. Influence over public discourse. Who controls the conversation? Owning X, formerly Twitter, gives Musk massive influence over public dialogue and political narratives in the United States. Undermining labor rights. Is innovation worth worker exploitation? Musk's anti-union stance raises concerns about labor rights and workplace safety in his companies. Potential for mass surveillance. Who's watching from the sky? Starlink's global satellite network could enable unprecedented surveillance capabilities. Concentration of wealth and power. What happens when wealth equals influence? Musk's growing wealth and influence raise concerns about oligarchic power in the United States. Impact on national security. Should national defense rely on a private billionaire? SpaceX's role in military satellite launches centralizes critical security infrastructure under private control. AI development risks. Will robots take your job or worse? Tesla's advanced AI research raises ethical questions about job displacement and autonomous weaponization. Disrupting financial markets. Can one tweet crash the economy? Musk's social media influence on stock and cryptocurrency markets creates volatility and financial instability. Ethical concerns with Neuralink. Are brain chips too invasive? Neuralink's brain-machine interface raises ethical and privacy concerns about mind control and data security. Environmental impact of SpaceX. What's the environmental cost of reaching the stars? Rocket launches produce massive carbon emissions and pollute Earth's atmosphere. Privacy concerns with Starlink. Is your data truly private? Starlink's global internet service raises concerns about user data privacy and corporate surveillance. Unregulated influence on policy. Who's really shaping U.S. tech laws? Musk's lobbying power influences policies, potentially undermining democratic processes. Challenging antitrust laws. How big is too big? Tesla and SpaceX's market dominance challenge U.S. antitrust laws, risking anti-competitive practices. Disruption of traditional industries. Who gets left behind in the name of progress? Musk's innovations threaten traditional industries, leading to significant job losses. Ethical AI dilemmas. Can machines have a moral compass? Tesla's autonomous driving technology raises ethical questions about decision-making in life or death situations. Space militarization risks. Will space become the next battlefield? SpaceX's military contracts could escalate the weaponization of space, increasing global tensions. Market manipulation accusations. Are investors playing a fair game? Musk's social media posts often lead to accusations of market manipulation and insider trading. Influence on public opinion. What's the cost of celebrity power? His cult-like following raises concerns about misinformation and unchecked influence on public opinion. Environmental cost of EV batteries. Are Teslas truly green? The extraction of lithium and cobalt for Tesla batteries raises ethical and environmental concerns. Safety risks of autonomous vehicles. Who's to blame when self-driving cars crash? Tesla's self-driving technology is criticized for safety risks and regulatory non-compliance. Threat to free market competition. What if the future has no competitors? Musk's aggressive business tactics stifle competition, potentially leading to monopolistic control. Social inequality. Does innovation widen the wealth gap? Musk's ventures cater to the wealthy, exacerbating social and economic inequalities. Disrupting public transport. Will Hyperloop leave public transit behind? Musk's focus on elite transport solutions like Hyperloop could neglect public transit needs. Space debris hazard. Will Starlink pollute space? Starlink's satellite mega-constellations increase space debris, threatening space exploration safety. Risk of technological dependence. What if Musk's networks go offline? U.S. dependence on Starlink and Tesla networks poses risks if service disruptions occur. Lack of accountability. Who watches the billionaire? Musk's private ownership structures lack transparency and regulatory oversight. Political influence through wealth. Can billionaires buy policy changes? His donations and political influence challenge the integrity of youth democracy. Ethical concerns and experimentation. Are human trials too risky? Neuralink's human trials raise ethical questions about consent and safety. Global power dynamics. Can one man shift global politics? Musk's international ventures impact U.S. foreign policy and global power dynamics. Creating a digital divide. Will everyone afford the future? Starlink's high costs could widen the digital divide, leaving low-income communities behind. Musk's innovations are undeniably transformative, but they also bring complex risks and ethical dilemmas that could impact the United States economically, politically, and socially.
Just before the 80th anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp, he also said that Germans should not feel guilt for the sins of their great-grandparents.
You know, I think there's frankly too much of a focus on past guilt, and we need to move.
I think that's mostly going pretty well.
Do you think Musk's approach then is from a position of insecurity about XAI?
Probably his whole life is from a position of insecurity. I feel for the guy.
You know, and oddly enough, even in America in the last few years or since the beginning, I've cringed when Elon has called people douchebags. You know, I mean, in this country, if you call somebody a douchebag,